Jeremy Stoppelman, according to Forbes, is America's most powerful CEO 40 and under. He is the CEO and co-founder of Yelp. Jeremy Stoppelman is a member of the powerful PayPal Mafia. He started taking programming courses where he learned the Turbo Pascal programming system while still in high school. He left PayPal as soon as it was acquired by eBay in 2003 and attended Harvard Business School for a year. He and former PayPal colleague Russell Simmons soon began brainstorming on how to create an online community where users could freely give credible recommendations for local services. And Yelp was born. From 2009 to 2012, Yelp was on a speedy mission to conquer Europe and Asia, and was successful to a reasonable extent. In December 2009, Google offered Yelp about $500 million to acquire the company. In 2011, Yelp established the Yelp Foundation with a % of the company's equity to support charitable activities and organizations addressing the needs of local communities. Together with Russell Simmons, he started Yelp, and he took help from the members of the PayPal Mafia and built a business that became so huge that one bad review on Yelp can damage your business reputation. Today, whenever you want to try a new thing, you always check reviews. Aside from Google, another source of reviews is Yelp. This company can make or break your business. Jeremy Stoppelman, according to Forbes, is America's most powerful CEO 40 and under. He is the CEO and co-founder of Yelp. The company manages the Yelp app, which publishes crowdsourced reviews about businesses. Yelp's market cap is around $2.1 billion, and it has around 4,400 employees. Jeremy Stoppelman is a member of the powerful PayPal Mafia, which is a group of former PayPal employees and founders. This group has produced numerous billion-dollar companies. The group members contain Elon Musk, former CEO of PayPal, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX; Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal and early investor of Facebook and Palantir Technologies; Steve Chen, co-founder of YouTube; Reid Hoffman, founder of LinkedIn, and many more members who founded big companies. Want to know how Jeremy Stoppelman built this multi-billion-dollar giant? Watch the full video. We at Business Chronicles tell the stories of extraordinarily successful people. Please subscribe to our channel to help us in making more videos. Jeremy Stoppelman was born in Arlington, Virginia on the 10th of March 1977. His father, John Stoppelman, worked as a security attorney, while his mother, Lynn Stoppelman, worked as an English teacher. Jeremy spent most of his childhood in Arlington with his brothers Michael and Andy. The family was the typical traditional Jewish American household. Jeremy attended Langley High School and a Reformed temple as the early part of his formal education. Less formally, he developed quite an early interest in the stock market and began investing at 14. Around the same age, he developed a likewise early interest in computer programming. His interest in computer programming, no doubt, grew his aspiration of becoming a video game developer. Soon after, he started taking programming courses where he learned the Turbo Pascal programming system while still in high school. After graduating, he attended the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, where he graduated with a bachelor's degree in computer engineering in 1999. After graduating from the University of Illinois as a software engineer, Jeremy got a job with At Home Network, where he implemented and designed a lot of website features using Netscape Livewire for At Home's property billing and provisioning system. Just after 4 months of working for At Home Network, he acquired a spot at X.com, to be later known as PayPal. It was at X.com that Jeremy met Max Levchin, a smart entrepreneur who would later be a stockholder in his company, Yelp Incorporated. Jeremy became the vice president of engineering at X.com and is also one of the earliest employees at PayPal, a group of employees referred to as the PayPal Mafia. At PayPal, he managed a team of 43 people, including 37 engineers and 6 managers. This team was responsible for software development at PayPal. He left PayPal as soon as it was acquired by eBay in 2003 and attended Harvard Business School for a year. During his time at Harvard, Levchin encouraged him to enroll as an intern at the business incubator MRL Ventures, advice he took. While interning with MRL Ventures over the summer, he and a few others conceived what would become Yelp Inc. The chain of events began when Jeremy came down with the flu. He kept trying to discover nearby medical facilities but had little success. He wanted to choose a local doctor based on recommendations, but he wasn't even getting any recommendations. This experience made him realize that other people's recommendation of a certain product or service remains the best way to market. Hence, he saw the need to find a way through which people could make the right choice of products and services based on easily accessible recommendations from others. He and former PayPal colleague Russell Simmons, also his colleague at MRL Ventures, soon began brainstorming on how to create an online community where users could freely give credible recommendations for local services. Jeremy and Simon pitched this idea to Levchin, who provided $1 million in initial funding, and Yelp was born. Under Jeremy's leadership, Yelp grew to a staggering market capitalization of $4 billion and hosted 138 million user reviews. After its founding in 2004 with Jeremy Stoppelman and Russell Simons as its founders, Yelp initially didn't attract users beyond the co-founders' friends and family. Usage data indicated that users declined requests for referrals but were actually writing unsolicited reviews with the Real Reviews feature. This observation led to the redesign of the website in late 2005, and from then on, Yelp gradually crept into the world scene as its usage grew and raised several rounds of funding in the years that followed. Yelp raised $5 million in 2005 in funding and $10 million in November 2006. The number of reviewers grew from 12,000 in 2005 to 100,000 in 2006. By the summer of 2006, the site already had 1 million monthly visitors. By February 2008, Yelp had raised $15 million in funding from DAG Ventures. By 2010, Elevation Partners invested $100 million in Yelp. $75 million was spent on the purchase of equity from investors and employees, while the remaining $25 million was invested in expansion and sales staff. In 2008, Yelp's monthly visitors grew from 6 million to 16.5 million and 12 to 24 cities. By 2009, the site had 4.5 million reviews. By 2010, it had about $30 million in revenue, and the website had published almost 5 million crowdsourced reviews. From 2009 to 2012, Yelp was on a speedy mission to conquer Europe and Asia, and was successful to a reasonable extent. In fact, in the same year, 2009, it entered an unsuccessful negotiation to be acquired by Google. In March 2012, Yelp became a public company through an initial public offering and became profitable for the first time 2 years later. In January 2009, Yelp introduced the site for the United Kingdom and another for Canada by August of the same year. 2010 marked the year Yelp introduced its first non-English site. That was in France. On the site, users could write reviews in French or English. Between 2010 and 2011, Yelp launched more sites in Germany, Spain, the Netherlands, and Austria. Traffic experienced internationally doubled at the same time. In November 2011, an Australian website went live in partnership with Telstra. The site provided 1 million initial business listings. By the end of 2012, Yelp was present in 20 countries including Turkey, Singapore, and Denmark. The Singapore site in September 2012 marked the first Asian site, followed by the Japan website launch in 2014. In December 2009, Google offered Yelp about $500 million to acquire the company, but the two parties failed to reach an agreement. Yahoo also offered Yelp a sum of $1 billion to acquire the company, but a disagreement between Yelp's management and its board of directors also led to the failure of both parties to reach an agreement. After filing an initial public offering with the Securities Exchange Commission in November 2011, Yelp stock was open to members of the public on the 2nd of March 2012. That same year, Yelp acquired its European rival, Kuyp, for $50 million. The following year, Jeremy Stoppelman reduced his salary to $1, and Yelp acquired startup online reservation company SeatMe for $12.7 million in cash and stock. The company's second quarter 2013 revenue was $55 million. By 2013, Yelp moved into its new headquarters in San Francisco. 2014 was the year Yelp became profitable for the very first time. This was likely a result of the increase in spending on ads by business owners and possibly from changes in Google's local search algorithm. In the second quarter of 2016, Yelp announced it would greatly scale back on its operations outside North America and halt its expansion internationally. This move resulted in the termination of virtually all international and employees across Yelp's more than 30 international markets. This termination affected about 175 individuals, making up 4% of Yelp's workforce. In April 2017, Yelp acquired Turnstile Analytics, a Wi-Fi marketing company, for $20 million. By the start of 2020, Yelp listed space at 55 Hawthorne Street, San Francisco, for 235 employees as available for sublease. By September 2021, the company announced that it was relocating its headquarters to 350 Mission Street to be subleased from Salesforce. In June 2022, Yelp announced its decision to downsize its office in Phoenix, close 3 of its offices in Chicago, New York, and Washington, D.C., and switch to remote work models in these locations. In 2011, Yelp established the Yelp Foundation with a percent of the company's equity to support charitable activities and organizations addressing the needs of local communities. These needs included education, access to information, freedom of expression, and local economic development. The foundation accomplishes its charitable goals by giving grants to deserving nonprofits throughout the U.S. and matching donations made by charities by Yelp employees up to $1,000 per person each year. Since its founding in 2011, the foundation has given more than $5 million to charity. In 2020, Yelp announced that it was committing $25 million in waived fees and free services to support local businesses affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Shortly after, it announced a partnership with GoFundMe that will bring donate buttons to businesses' Yelp profiles. By funding the foundation through a gift of Yelp stock, the impact of the foundation continues to multiply. Although it started small, the foundation now boasts of millions of dollars in assets, which allows it to make a substantial amount of grants every year, thus creating a significant impact on local issues. Jeremy Stoppelman worked at PayPal, where he watched how tech legends like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel managed the day-to-day operations. It was PayPal where Jeremy Stoppelman found his business partner Russell Simmons. Together with Russell Simmons, he started Yelp, and he took help from the members of the PayPal Mafia and built a business that became so huge that one bad review on Yelp can damage your business reputation. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like